Welcome one and all to Beyond Satanic number 10, the season finale of this little series. With your host, Wolf King, I have, for your benefit, various stories, random vids, and all that other stuff from a satanic perspective. I will drop the link if you want to join the show. Just 1 second. And come in, just make sure I know you and everything like that, and it'll be all good. All right, so we're going to be getting into some stories now. Let's see what's up. All right. Okay, Donald Trump imagines an America where everyone lives under one God. Neat.
We're all equal, and we all come from the same Creator. If we remember that simple fact, then our future is truly limitless. There is nothing we as Americans can't do. There's a biblical verse that I've often read, and I want to repeat it again because I think it is so important to what we're trying to achieve right now for our country. It's from 1 John chapter 4. No one has ever seen God, but if we love one another, God lives in us, and his love is made complete in us. So true. So true. Imagine what our country could accomplish if we started working together as one people under one God, saluting one flag.
Okay, so that was the story. Okay. So basically what Trump is doing here is pandering to the Christian vote. The businessman is, for the most part, fairly secular, so this sort of pandering is to get the evangelical vote on his side. That way he'll have more legitimacy to run. But other than that, it really doesn't seem like he really has much ground to stand on, because I mean, this sort of rhetoric is what builds on his persona and shit like that. So not real impressive, not necessarily all Allah. That's weird. I just said that shit. Yeah, and this is the wake after heaping praise upon the late Phyllis Scaley, whose last name he mispronounces Chaffley. He really started to pour on the God talk. So, yeah. Moving on. All right, what else we got? Gomer, Christians persecuted by hate crimes, and Hillary Clinton. Nice.
So, going back to 07, we lost the majority, and the new majority, Democrats, were pushing something called hate crimes.
And I could see as clearly as I can see you where this was going. And we were told, no, this will never affect churches. It'll never affect Christians. And we went, because Christianity, we know, is a religion of love, unlike any other religion. And Jesus himself said, greater love than no one than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend. And that's what he did. And yet, after all the belittling I've gotten, and going back then, oh, you want to stand in the way of hate crimes? This will stop all this hatefulness. No, it's going to be used against Christians. Let's stop it now. And Republicans going, Louis, you're really overreacting. No, I could see where this was going. Supreme Court has said secular humanism is a religion, and now they've established it. Then, or abridging the freedom of speech. Hillary Clinton, the UN, U.S. Commission on Civil Rights, they all are now totally advocates for taking away your freedom of speech and allowing that part of the Muslim Brotherhood plan for the future to check the box, because once you cannot say anything negative about radical Islam, then their goal of subjugating the U.S. Constitution to Sharia law gets a check in that box.
Okay, now, okay, I've done listening to that shit. Now, there is a bit of grain of truth in what this lunatic is saying. Only in that the PC culture is becoming more problematic in society and how it's implemented. But that doesn't mean Sharia law is going to take hold in secular America. I don't know where the fuck he got that from. And secular humanism, it's not a religion. It's just granted the same rights as one for the sake of equality in this country, as well as this country being secular anyway, based on the very constitution he's invoking. So, yeah, PC culture sucks, but yeah, all that rest of that stuff is just conspiracy nut bullshit. It really doesn't care about anything. She just cares about the top dollar and what can be done to get it. That's the kind of dog she is, the type of hound dog she is. Okay. Moving on. Let's see. Stone floats. Yeah, just one more new right-wing news story, and then we're moving on somewhere else.
My heart aches watching Donald Trump day after day pouring his heart out, telling the American people what he wants to do to save the nation. How can anyone his sincerity? I can only feel, if God allows truth to be said and heard, that we will see Donald Trump the next president of this great America. And he will lift the dark cloud that hovers over us now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the dark cloud, whatever it is ignorance, and he sort of perpetuates that shit. But I honestly, given the fact that it's between a douche and a turd, I doubt the turd will make everything better. So yeah, I'm a bit dubious on that. But then again, I really don't give a fuck about the current candidates in the election. You could only make that lesser of two evils argument before it gets annoying. There's that. What else do we have? How about a Tommy Sotomayor video? No, fuck that. That's stupid. That's stupid. I don't want to do that. How about this?
To stick away from the dark drama a little bit, Doc, I actually wanted to agree with you on some things you were saying in the past couple of hangouts about atheists basing assumptions off assumptions that they can't justify their base assumptions.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on a second. You actually believe that?
Yeah.
Okay, really? Well, I want to read you something here. Does this sound familiar to you? And by the way, is it okay if I interject?
No, please.
Okay. Have you ever heard this before? Since you're saying you agree with me that atheists build things off of assumptions and so on and so forth, who wrote this? Okay, I've come to a new atheistic position that's more true than the regular atheism. My worldview includes a natural thing that lets me know and upholds things as well as answers everything unknown to us. It's called the great and powerful natural catch-all. I can't fully comprehend this thing since it hasn't allowed me to know all about it. It just reveals some things about it. It also accounts for all preconditions of intelligibility. Part of its nature is the only way. Part of its nature is that all
BS.
Really? And you know who wrote
assertion and a speculation on.
No, and what do you think of that statement?
BS.
Really? And do you know who wrote? And do you know who wrote that?
Uh-huh.
So tell me why you think it's BS before I tell you who wrote it.
Xbox. The more you say, the more you're gonna make this person look bad in the end.
Why is it? Why is that? See, if you're agreeing with me now, then that would contradict what I just read to you, right?
He goes on like this long ass Socratic method, and it just honestly goes nowhere. It's ridiculous. What annoys me particularly is this fucker had the nerve to call Xbox sleazy, and he has no leg to stand on in terms of sleaziness.
And you said that that's BS. So why is what I just read to you BS?
Right, because the speculation of the catch-all.
Yeah, so you're being serious when you say it's BS, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any idea who wrote that?
Uh-huh.
You did.
I did? When did I write that?
You put that on a Google post.
Yeah, read the Google post to me or link me to it.
Yeah, I saved it.
Link it to me.
I'll post it. Listen. Here,
no. Link it to me so I know the context.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna do a screen share.
It's like a fucking Eric Hovind. Like you said something that didn't make sense a year ago. That makes me right somehow. Fuck off. Is that literally the best you can do? It's so weak.
Watch this, everybody. Hold on a second.
Yeah, how dare he learn from his experiences? Oh, wow. Jesus Christ. And Lucifer and everyone else.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I want to know the context and how long ago I wrote this.
Here, I'm going to screen share. Let me just find the screen sharing.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
were forever on my troll list.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay. Who just played that? Who just played that recording?
This is Darwin's greatest sound bites, man. This is awesome. Awesome.
That was Scott.
It was me. I was being funny.
Okay. No. You're trolling now. What you're doing?
No, I'm not.
They now have an EF Darwin's DD soundboard.
It is funny, Darwin.
He was just playing. He's not.
It's
trolling.
funny.
Okay,
Come on, you know
okay,
me.
you see the screen? You see the screen there? Does that look familiar?
I don't know. I'm reading it.
Yeah, you wrote that.
For the record, that soundboard is hilarious.
Okay.
And Darwin, you
you
are
can
kind of
do
our
that.
trolling Xbox right now.
You can do that to anybody. What never ceases to amaze me is now even Positive is being obsessed with me.
Because it's funny. It's funny.
You're a grown adult. How old are you?
So are you. And you're a grown adult that says this.
Guess. Okay. Here we go. Okay.
This is it. You're a grown adult.
He's
So don't lecture me on being grown. No, don't lecture me on being a grown adult.
He's now trolling.
Hold on. Let me click on you so I can keep reading it.
Hold on. One more time, I'd consider it trolling. So far, it's
He just did it 3 times. He's only here to troll by playing those
I'm not because it's funny.
Remove him from the room. No, these guys are obsessed with me.
Oh my god, I love this so much. This is so fucking funny.
No, you're trolling me right now.
No.
You know what? I'm the funny one here on these hangouts, and if you can't take the heat, man, you need to
No.
get out of the kitchen.
What you're being is an asshole, and say that.
I'm not. I think it's funny.
Positive. I think you're a grossly immature adult who's acting like a teenager, and you're being a troll just like the other atheists.
I'm not.
Guess what? You're being an asshole.
No,
you're being an asshole. Like you're just more sound bites, man. This is awesome.
You're very, very sensitive because
Okay, wait, no, what you're doing is
Can you please post the link so that I can read the
About time freaking MK moderates his dad. I mean, it only makes fucking sense, right?
whole comment?
I have to jump in. I have to jump in. I don't want it to boil over. That's why I have to jump in. All right, well, let's just drop it because it's just going to boil over. So let's get back to the whole Xbox thing, please.
Why did Xbox get
guys
fucking hit too?
Yeah, I just want the link so that I can read it in context. All of it. It wasn't on the screen long enough for me to read it.
All right, DD, can we get back to the Xbox thing, please? All right, well, whenever you're ready.
no. I'm sorry. Xbox. I'm just surprised you don't remember your own words and your own writings that you posted.
Well, yeah, my mind changes a lot, but I don't know the context of that thing. That's if you have a link or if you would.
Right. So I'm glad you're inconsistent and
If
you're
you
fickle in your own reasoning.
so that I could read it all.
Yeah. Let me go back to my my email so I can find the actual link from there because it came through there from Google Plus. But you wrote that. And just one other thing, really brief. Scott, don't bother talking with me again. You're a troll. You're on my troll.
you're too sensitive. You're too sensitive.
I don't care. I'm done talking with you.
You're on my troll list. You're on my troll list. Oh my god, that is fucking funny. That is funny as fuck. Scott, one of the nicest guys on here is fucking troll. That's nice.
The Xbox, that was on, actually the date on that was on May 16th.
The last time you lit into a screed for 20 minutes, a half an hour, you went into a total hostile screed against me. I sat
you said it was justified.
No, I did not.
Yes,
no,
you did.
No, I
okay,
didn't. Now,
keep on top of the Xbox.
Now you're interrupting me. You're interrupting me.
You don't need to say that. I have it right here.
With you, the last time I was in a room with you, you went on for nearly a half an hour in this emotionally laden screed, and I sit there and I listened and I patiently I took it. Okay. And now you're coming in and you're playing these soundboard recordings that you're getting from the stalkers and the people who are obsessed about me. And you see, I used to think that you were a mature atheist. Now you're showing your true colors. So do
No, I'm actually a comedian.
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
You're done.
I'll be done. I'll be done in 30 seconds. I'll be done in 30 seconds. Please don't interrupt me. Okay, I'll be done in 30 seconds. And then now again, you're demonstrating that you're acting like a teenager. Do me a favor. You're now on my troll list. I have no interest in speaking with you.
Well, Scott,
No, you shut the hell up.
If you're gonna be an asshole to me, then don't expect me to listen.
People know me. People know me on here. Go ahead.
Let me defend my comment for a minute, because I just had someone post it all to me, and it was a parody of the precept. It wasn't my actual views. It was a parody of someone using the precept.
Yeah, well, of course, it was a parody.
But go ahead, MK. This is your room.
Xbox. Rather than give a cogent, intelligent response, you have to resort to parody rather than an intelligent, intellectual rebuttal.
Well, satire is part of the game sometimes.
Right, it's part of the game. Well, why don't you come up with an intellectual rebuttal to that?
Yeah, satire is actually utilized in the great debate community. I love using it all the time. I mean, you know, that's brought up when it's a point about social criticism. I mean, so it's done that way to make a point. As long as there's a lesson to learn from it, then it can be trusted. You can analyze it. Hey, Eric, how you doing?
Hey, hi. quite enjoying this. I hadn't seen this particular video, and I'd just been doing a load of work. I had a pretty busy day. Thought I'd come in, saw that you were on. Hadn't had a chance to get into one of your Satanic hangouts recently, so I thought I'd come and join in, and I'm quite enjoying this. So keep it going.
Yeah. We're good. We're keeping it going.
Presuppositional position.
Well, I have plenty of.
I've yet to see you post an intellectual rebuttal to the presuppositional argument.
You want me to bring it in here, or you want me to type it out for you?
Oh, why don't you send it to me like that was posted as well?
Okay. Real quick.
I will type it out and send it directly to you for you. Or to
you see, what's going on here behind the scenes is because certain of the pal talkers have been banned and blocked. What they're now doing is they're recruiting new people to come in to bait me so that I get angry, so that I curse, and so they can post more things to continue obsessed. Many people in the atheist community are absolutely obsessed with me.
Well, okay, let me get this word in, please. Scott, do you have side chat? Because Steve's writing something there to you.
Is he writing something to me? I haven't got it yet. I know I'm on my phone, so I didn't get anything on the side chat. Steve, send me a message.
I just wanted to tell you real quick. I was very disappointed in your behavior in the hangout the other day because you were mocking people, and it was actually funny. It was so funny. When you did it in the public
I wasn't trying to.
Dude, that was the funniest thing. I was so disappointed in your behavior because it was just
I know.
But I loved it. I loved it, man. It was classic. It was comedy. It was funny, and I just wanted to give you. They didn't appreciate it, but I found it the most entertaining thing I've seen in a very long time. So thank you.
You're welcome. And people know I tend to make people laugh, and that's what I do. And if people are too sensitive, maybe they shouldn't be in hangouts, like I've said many times.
Scott, hold on, Didi. Please don't interrupt me. Let me get this thought out, Didi. I want to defend Scott. Clearly he played the soundboard, but I don't think he was doing it to troll you. I think he was doing it just for lighthearted humor, and he's not going to continue doing it. Okay.
That's okay. He's still on my permanent troll list now.
What does that mean? What does that mean, permanent troll list? I want to know.
I've been trying to get on that list for ages, Scott. You won't put me on it, so I don't know what it takes. I mock him all the time, and I'm very sincere about it.
I'm not even mocking. I was having fun. I was making people laugh.
Well, it's nice to know that you joined the ranks with the atheists who are obsessed with me.
But Darwin's, it's fun. It's so convenient, Darwin's, that you tell people to grow up, but yet people make a soundboard of you cursing and screaming bloody murder because of a hangout.
And are you going to go into your screed like you did the other night in the office?
I gave you a hard lecture is what I did.
No, it wasn't a hard lecture. It was.
We have the recording twice.
Emotionally laden.
Wolf, give it a pause.
Screw up MK, not Darwin's, because no one shows up to that one. Go ahead, MK, because go ahead, MK.
I used to think
because Darwin's can't have his own room because no one shows up, so it's really okay. Go ahead.
I used to think that you were one of the more decent atheists, and I've learned otherwise now.
Let me get this, Scott. Okay, look, Didi. It was one of those things I truly believe where he was laughing with you, not at you.
Yo, this is bullshit. Can we just get back to working?
Yeah. MK, you're very naive young.
Okay. Well, so
Hey,
Xbox is
pause it a second.
context. Is that what you're saying?
This is funny, but this morning I watched another one, and it was Darwin's giving MK a right load of grief, and there was only Darwin's, MK, and Truth. It's either Truth Seeker or Truth Speller were in there, and MK had kicked Darwin's the previous day, and Darwin's was giving him a right load of grief, and I don't know whether this is before that or after that. I'm presuming it must be after that.
I think it was before this.
Yeah. So Darwin's has clearly made up with MK in some way, because he was really giving him a load of grief. It was very funny. But I do like Steve's comments on that when he was coming in. Saying he's been desperately trying to get onto his permanent troll list for ages.
In Xbox.
Very, very funny.
Yeah, like it was a parody of it, and then some people actually took it seriously, and then I made a comment after that, like just placating to the ones that actually took it seriously. So it was a complete joke. It was a complete satire of what was going on.
Of course, it couldn't possibly be serious.
No, okay. Here, let me try to.
I thought it was really apparent that I was just kind of, mocking satire.
Yeah, well, you see, this is what skeptics like yourself are resorted to do, because you cannot defend your worldview from skepticism. So you have to resort. Okay, since you can't defend the skeptic worldview intellectually, you have to resort to a parody, because that's all you're left with.
Well, let me get this, Xbox. Look, Didi, again, this is weird that I'm now, but look, in my true opinion, Xbox is not, he's an intellectual type of person. He wouldn't seriously put that forward, the natural, whatever it was called.
I'm well aware, listen, MK, I'm well aware that it was a parody from the beginning. He couldn't possibly be that stupid.
Yeah, even though he, it states in the message up there, he accused him of being inconsistent in his reasoning. And now he's giving him grief because he satirized Darwin Deity's argument of the precept and used it to make a point that it's all based on circular reasoning to begin with.
So what's your
It was just to be funny.
The point is, this is typically and classically what skeptics do, because they are at an absolute impasse and a failure to defend their skeptical worldview.
Yeah, so that's that. What you guys think of that? Hello, Apostate. How you doing, man?
I think Apostate's just gone to get some food. So, yeah, very, very funny. Somebody doing the soundboard on Darwin's himself and his reaction to it. But
did Darwin actually?
Hang on, there's something.
I'm not going back there, Joe. Love you.
Okay, hang on.
I actually love that. Yeah.
That was in the backlist. Anyway.
The really annoying thing for me is I haven't actually managed to grab hold of that that soundboard. I've seen it a few times come up on the Google Plus, but I've always been on my iPad because it doesn't have Adobe Flash Player. I can't access it. So I was just looking for it earlier. I haven't found it on my Google Plus yet to actually be able to access it, but I will do. But he can't really complain. I mean, the guy has got Darwin's Deity's Dog as a parody of him. He's got Darwin's Greatest Hits as a parody of him. He's got this soundboard. He's got everybody stalking him, according to his own words, and trolling him. He should be quite grateful for being so famous, really, shouldn't he? Within the G Plus community. Because what else are people here for? Really?
Okay,
they want to be known.
There's a video for it. Hang on. I think I've seen this before, yeah. Okay, yeah, the levels right. Yeah, I remember this from last week. It's really funny.
Yeah, I saw that there was a link going round direct to it, and you couldn't access it because you needed Adobe Flash Player to actually get it, rather than the video. So people have been sharing the, is it SWTP link or something?
Come right into her face.
Oh my God, this is so amazing. God bless whoever made this website. This is fucking genius. Oh man, I wish I had the creativity and the know-how to do this.
I do not call people trolls lightly. A hand job.
We got I eat a laugh.
That's fun, isn't it? Yeah, I have it on my.
It is available. It is available, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Anyone can download it.
Yeah, I'm gonna bookmark that for later. Moving on.
So I've got an interesting little snippet for you. I mean, everybody seems to have moved from Nadia's Hangouts over to MK's. MK's Hangouts really do look like Nadia's Hangouts from 2 or 3 months ago. Even the people that Nadia had banned have now moved over to MK's. And it all looks extremely circular. As if the same thing could happen to MK as what's happened to Nadia.
Yep. You know what they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. But Nadia hasn't done a hangout since yesterday. Her channel, from what I could tell.
Has it been like a week?
No, there was one yesterday. One day ago, number 318 or something. And I can't find one since then. I don't know whether they've been removed because of whatever reason, but there's certainly not one going at the moment.
All right, new video. By Butt King.
Interesting title. Can't get the grammar right. Is Satan and demons real? It's the is that is annoying me.
Whoa, chill. Whoa, shit.
So troll or not troll, basically. I doubt this is demons. I just think she's probably high on something, I guess, to attack this person. Heretic, what do you think? You've worked in the medical field, right?
Yeah, people attack others in other environments when they're either high or drunk for absolutely no reason whatsoever. They think somebody's looked at them in a certain way, or they think somebody's said something under their breath aimed at them, and they just go bloody mad. I mean, that's just somebody pissed or high or fucking retarded, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yo. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, I could see we're looking at the glorious Brett Keen's YouTube page.
Yep.
What's your opinion on good old Brett? Because I sure have mine.
What's my opinion on him?
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to him a couple of times. He's a piece of shit. First time he talked, he
totally.
said I was a nasty person. Like, he projects all of his qualities onto everyone else. Like, people don't know that he is just a scumbag of YouTube. But like living in the shadow of T.J. Kirk, the Amazing Atheists, and the Drunken Peasants, but is more than happy to be a fucking pawn for them.
I actually went onto his. If you check his main channel, I'm not sure if you're on it, but he hosted Hangouts, right? He's been hosting like 3 new Hangouts, and it was open like usually is. And I noticed that Nadia is on it, right? I haven't seen Nadia on her debate calls on her main channel in a while, so I check in. Brett's, AFK as usual. He's letting some random fuckwad, usually Von Helton mod, so it's a shithole. So I pop in there, right? And I see, I've talked, I've talked shit about Brett Keenan and other, Hangouts, just not to talk shit, but like to prove to them, like, he's a piece of shit. I give them recorded evidence that he's a liar, and as soon as I walk in, one of his cronies block me and kick me, and I haven't said a single thing.
Oh yeah, that'll happen. I mean, he loves having a safe space. He knows he's full of shit. I mean, that's why he has to do that. It's ridiculous. This is how he is.
I just don't understand his crony. Like, I know Nadia has her problems, but I know for a fucking fact she is smarter than Brett. I have no clue why people smarter than him actually hang around. Like, my people I like to associate myself with on Google, they hang around. They're Brett's butt buddies, and I don't get it.
I mean, see, the thing about it is he switches it up, right? Like he brings in new people he talks to, and befriends them, and then backstabs them later on. He just keeps switching them around. That's what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Like my good buddy, the atheist Jew. I'm not sure if he's still butt buddies with them, but he was when before I got onto Google, and I know he's smarter than him. I know almost everyone I hang out with is smarter than him. I just don't understand why they can't just look at least at minimum like 3 months into the past. He fucked over G-Man. He fucked over his old buddies too. Like from like 07. I don't understand what's so hard to understand.
Yeah, you want to know something funny? J-Dubs?
Oh yeah, the ball washer.
Yeah. He actually betrayed Brett.
That's hilarious.
There was a story from Paul's Ego, right, from DP. He had Brett had gotten a keyboard like from one of his patrons through J-Dubs, and J-Dubs just kept it. He was supposed to give it to Brett, but he just kept it.
I heard a story where they were doing like a high-level dungeon in Warcraft. It was like J-Dubs, Brett, and like pugs, like 2 pugs or 3 pugs. I'm sorry. And apparently J-Dubs, I don't know. He claimed I think it was a piece of hands, gloves, and he claimed it as his own because he was a hunter at the time. And Brett Keen made a whole video about it. He threw a fit how dishonorable people on the internet are, and how he names, like, I'm not going to name names, but a person I used to hang with all the time, and he shares my gaming channel, Games You'll Love, has betrayed me. I was just sitting there, he just has fucking normal bullshit.
Mm-hmm. That's what happens when your dad leaves you and you don't really do nothing besides sit and make videos all day.
Yeah, he insults Paul about like not having a real job, but he doesn't have a real job himself.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Brett Keen. I've never spoken to him. I've never seen him.
That's not true, Apostate. He's a well-established author. He's an author.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and a musician.
Undying Love.
Yeah. Out of the shouts came one man and also 3 men. So 4 people who came at the same time. Fuck me, right?
Call, fuck, yo. Call emergency shit. Nah, I'm putting on that.
Oh, this is so stupid. This is like some world star hip hop bullshit.
Yeah, I've watched it on YouTube, like on its own.
Yeah, he basically just got some world star material and just labeled it, oh, they're demon possessed or some dumb shit. This is weak. Yeah.
Yeah, he's I think the Bright Keen cycle is about to reach its climax. You know, usually the climax is where he actually gets in some kind of confrontation, whether online or real, with one of the peasants, and hopefully Ben Sirius actually does kick his ass.
Mm. Yeah, I mean they're modifying YouTube to be like more SJW and shit, which is annoying. But hopefully they could weed out assholes like this. But actually, nah, he's actually kind of funny to keep around. He he gummed a fucking a Big Mac down one time.
Yeah, he actually got $1 grand for gumming down a Big Mac, and like what the story was like a day ago, he started praising how honorable TJ was and how honorable the Kirk name was, and like a month later, he claims he didn't get the money and how he scammed him. And I downloaded those videos, by the way. So if I ever get into contact with him and he brings that up, I will upload them to somewhere, probably Dailymotion, so I can get him taken down.
I took a picture of him like eating that cheeseburger. Oh, I like cheese. Yeah, I'm a cheese-loving individual. Yeah, like it just looks so derpy and hilarious. Anyway, we got Parasitism, take 3, cutting the cord. This is where he goes full safe space for creation.
I can't wait.
All right, guys, we're gonna try this again. I apologize if you guys were watching the last couple of hangouts that I just tried starting over this issue. I don't know why, but the hangout keeps on abruptly ending while I'm talking. So hopefully we can get through this before that happens again. If it happens,
yeah, cut to the point, fat boy. Come on.
All the people in our community, and I'm not really seeing any reason why I should continue connecting myself to them. I used Steve as an example in the last hangout. I was actually working in a response video to him towards this situation of where I misspeak and I say the telomeric repeats the wrong way, basically. And I was going to include a screenshot that predated all this nonsense a few months back, to where I explained the TTAGGG telomeric sequences. I think this was actually like right after the discussion that I had with Hogtie on this channel. It was the discussion that Rumpus was supposed to be having with me. He didn't.
I mean, it's weird, right? He does all this bullshit to front that he's some type of like DNA expert or science expert, and he just doesn't. I mean, beyond like high school science, he just doesn't get it. Like he'll just make bullshit analogies and reference like random science words and stuff like that, and he doesn't even connect that to his God or whatever.
Nope. Dude, the way this guy speaks, I'm almost convinced he's on the spectrum.
He's on what? A spectrum?
He's on the autism spectrum, because the way this guy speaks, it feels as if he has some kind of like soft core, like Asperger's syndrome.
Yeah, it probably makes sense. I mean, I really been an advocate of Dunning-Kruger, you know, because like the guy he thinks he's pulled out books, right? He said he had a college education, and I'll grant him that, you know, maybe this guy bummed around like a junior college like a little bit of time, but I mean, who really fucking knows? But other than that, I mean, at best you're familiar with the subject. Doesn't mean you know shit. I mean, he's pulled out some books. I mean, that's cool. I got some books too. Does that make me an expert? What the fuck? Anyway.
Show up, and then Hogtie came over. It was somewhere around that time. So I was going to include it in there to say, okay, look, I know the telomeric sequences. I said it beforehand. There was just another situation where you're trying to get at me where I'm misspeaking. We all know what Steve does, right? I mean, that's what he does. He's desperately trying to find something where I'm wrong about. So he's going around looking through my videos, trying to find some area where I'm misspeaking. He did it when I said, for example, when I was talking about Roger Penfield, I misspoke, and I would say Roger Penrose, and I would correct myself, throughout the video. The same thing happened when he doubled down under the ATP synthase structure, and also when he tried.
Here's the thing: no one ever doubled down on anything. Every time, people have to point out that you misspeak in order for you to admit that you misspoke. Actually, because you're not terribly familiar with the shit. You just pretend you are. I mean, that you try to use this shit to make it so that your religion has something of a rational basis for it, but really, all this talking out two sides of your mouth it's just ridiculous. You don't make a good point for intelligent design. You make a crappy, ridiculous point for it, and now you're trying to build a safe space. Get fucked.
Wolf,
just an agreement.
Yeah, Wolf, just hover your mouse over his subscribe button. How many people subscribe to True Empiricism?
I don't think he actually. I don't think he shows subscriptions.
Yeah, he's hit it for a while now.
Right. Okay. Do people actually take him seriously? That's what I'm wondering.
No. Okay.
I've always wondered why Steve has such a hard on for him. Because I'm not sure too many people actually take him seriously at all and would actually listen to him.
I gotta be honest with you. I stopped making videos about this guy after that whole website debacle he made, and then he said he was gonna get lawyers and shit because one of the people on my Hangouts said that he could hack it, like the site, and he was trying to say, oh yeah, I can get legal, I can get litigious on this. I'm gonna get a lawyer. I got money for a lawyer and all this shit. And it's like, dude, you work 3 jobs, okay? None of them at all are scientific. You have to work more than average to make ends meet. I doubt you could afford that. And for what? What crappy little case you have against me or anyone on G+? Nothing. You made a shitty ass product. People made fun of your product, and you took it down. And the video is just to save face. I mean, he's not a serious person. That's why I don't waste time on him.
Yeah, I mean, talking about taking people to court seems to be a thing nowadays. I think G-Man's done it, hasn't he? True Empiricism has made the claim there, and as you just said, I was listening. Von Helton was saying that come January, he's going to start taking litigious action against people.
Darwin's deity even said that he was going to go up against Skylar for having footage of him losing his shit or just going on ridiculous rants and rhetoric.
It seems to be a thing within a certain crowd, really.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right, a little bit more of this nonsense, and then we'll move on.
To take a section out of what I was saying with Jake, ignored everything else that I was saying in context, and then he did it again over the electron transport chain with the cytochrome C oxidase. So he's got to pay. Everybody knows that he's known for doing stuff like that. He's that sniveling little weasel over there in the corner that is too afraid to engage. He knows that he can't back those statements up of me being ignorant face to face, so he's trying to find something, at distance from me. And unfortunately, they're always like really, really petty things like this. But during the course of me making this video, I was thinking about that. This is what I have to look forward to. Like, this is the best that they've got. Like, to try to ignore context, ignore other situations where I've corrected myself, and try desperately to find where somebody's misspeaking on sequences. I mean, you would think that, okay, as he would include in his video, well, here's the reason why chromosome 2 fusion is correct, and defend his actual views. But there's none of that. I mean, there's well, let me not say none of that. There's very, very little of that, right? Because I think we can all see that Ruff, he's actually coming and he's actually trying to defend his position. But I think it really came down to nothing more than citation bluffing, obviously. And a matter of fact, my expectations, what I suspected was going to happen, ended up happening.
Okay. I just want to comment. I should have paused that shit a long time ago, at least by 20 or 30 seconds. Yeah, the statement he made a bit earlier regarding ignoring context. One, you've never really been clear on your context. You talk about you're into intelligent design and how like biological processes are only possible through like a mind willing them into existence and all that shit. You never really, with the inference that you make with regard to science and the terms you use, you never really draw it to a conclusion about how you think a mind or a god exists or whatever the hell you think the designer was. You never, yeah. Any time you misspeak, it takes other people to point out that you've misspoken, and you usually fight it until it's more than apparent that you just don't have a grasp on the material you seek to engage in. And it's really hard to take you seriously as a person because if you're saying that you're an expert in this and you make these basic mistakes and you're so hard to you're so not hard, like, let me just retract that, reluctant to revise your statements in the midst of being demonstrated incorrect, it's really hard to take you seriously because it just seems dogmatic than anything else. So yeah, I don't take you seriously. I'm not surprised that that you want to have the safe space. And if you do, well, then go fuck yourself. No one cares. Hey, Chris, what's up?
Yeah. So are we like kind of bashing? Were you just kind of bashing on Ronald McDonald? Is this seat?
Yep.
Yeah, he's just been getting worse and worse. I was in a hangout, one of his hangouts earlier this week, and I was trying to be as nice as possible because one thing, there was a kid in there who seemed to be brainwashed into creationism. That's what it seemed like.
Oh, I know you're talking about. He has like a lion avatar with a cross behind it.
No, he has like a chick, like a baby chick as his icon or some bird.
There's a guy
Kid's
who's been
name is
hanging around.
Jackson.
Yeah, there's a kid been hanging around G-Man's hangouts, and he has the lines, the cross behind it, and he legit sounds like at most 10 years old. And he's a fundamentalist, which is
I would be extremely pissed if G-Man is doing that on purpose.
Yeah. Anyway, we're moving on. Fuck.
Yeah, where are we moving on to? More Satanism? Or did you do that already?
Let's see what I got. Let's see what's in the tubes.
What's in the tubes?
Okay, fuck that. Sounds like children in the woods. Okay, after school Satan update. Nice. I kind of like this guy because he's a lunatic and also he keeps up with the Satanism stuff, which is let's say it comes in handy.
Wait, is it that same guy who was ragging on, oh, the Satanists are trying to indoctrinate our children or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Oh, God. This asshole.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show, everybody. I wanted to just do a quick update on the after-school Satan clubs. I've been talking about it a lot on this channel as they continue to attempt to indoctrinate young children with occultic beliefs, with learning about all sorts of black magic rituals and all this stuff. And people might say that's being over dramatic. It's not. You can even look at their coloring book and these things they hand out. They pretend like, oh, we're just messing around.
It actually is over exaggeration because they're teaching the kids about science and stuff like that. They're just putting the satanic spin to fuck with you guys. That's why especially you ranting fuck.
Well, he thinks that science is Satanism anyway. He thinks that evolution is Satanism. He's one of these. I'm assuming he is. If not, I'll correct myself. I wouldn't be surprised if he is into this creationism bullshit.
It sounds like it's in the right neighborhood.
Around, it's not a big deal. That's how they get away with stuff. People pretend. Let people go, oh yeah, they know they're only drawing a pentagram. It's not a big deal. They only have kids sitting on the floor drawing pentagrams. I mean, connect the dots with the Baphomet's head. I mean, it's unbelievable, it really is. But now, apparently, the Satanic Temple according to their Twitter, according to an article I read, now it didn't fully confirm this, but they're saying that the After School Satan Club will start an East Portland Elementary School chapter. Now, other people have reported on it, you know, if it's coming to schools in St. Louis or not. Nothing has officially been confirmed yet. Okay, but they're talking about it as if it is happening in some of these places. This East Portland one is now being pushed. And they even show, this is what I wanted to show you, they show on their Twitter page, I can't show you the person's name because he has to curse, of course, in his tweet, but you can see this picture of what they...
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You can't show his name because he curses? What?
Yeah, it's...
I think he may be talking about Lucian Greaves, the founder of it, but yeah, I mean, it's not like he's not an obscure figure. I mean, he's the head of this. Like, I mean, he's been seen on TV, so I mean, it's not like it's a big deal.
Fucking Lucian.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, Heretic, Apostle, what do you think of this?
I don't really understand. Is it like an after-school Bible study club for like Satanists?
Okay, it's basically an alternative to like the religious clubs in these schools, giving them like a satanic perspective and stuff like that from another side. If you're gonna let one religious group in, you gotta let all of them in. And for the Satanists, they'd learn science and philosophy and shit like that, and rationalism, as opposed to like as opposed to reading about the Bible. It's for separation of church and state.
Well, if that's the case, then yeah, I guess it's fine, separation of church and state. But if you're like an actual satanic religious, I guess, association in the school, like an after-school group, I still honestly wouldn't care, as long as they don't force themselves onto the school. Yeah.
Just an alternative.
They do for, I guess...
Oh, wait, Heretic, you got something to say?
No, not really. I just don't understand why they bother putting the Satan spin on it. If it's about science, they just seem to be doing that just to wind them up, which doesn't seem to me to be a sensible thing to do if you're trying to. It's sort
of like what Xbox did to Darwin's with that comment.
I know. I can understand that on G+, but rather than. But in a community, if you're trying to get kids to actually go to something, if you're calling it a Satan club or something, when actually it's a science club, it seems like it is built to court controversy and court trouble. And I not knowing too much in America of really what it's like throughout America, I could see that could cause some issues.
Yeah. Well, it does work.
People who join the After School Satan program, you get an official certificate of membership. Makes for great Tinder. It will go great in your fireplace. Okay, so to whom these presents shall come, be it known that the virtue of the authority vested in me I hereby constitute. And then it has the person's name, it has the stupid Baphomet pentagram, you know, the Church of Satan nonsense or Satanic Temple nonsense. You get a little card, you get your own little club card, right? It's like joining the Mickey Mouse Club or some ridiculous club. They mail it to you, and people actually buy. I mean, it's so ridiculous, really. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And you want any more blasphemy? How about the fact that the Satanic Temple's Twitter handle is Satanic Psalms? And making a mockery of the Psalms, right? Making a mockery of the sacred books in the Bible, the Psalms. So, you know, no big deal. Remember now, they respect other people's religions. They respect other people and their beliefs.
Well, they respect your rights. They like the beliefs. They're like, you know, that's a different story. Like they're up for grabs. And they take no prisoners. So yeah, offending you, they have no problem doing that. And neither do I.
Quick question: Satanism. I don't know anything about it really, but Satan is all part of the Bible. He was one of God's angels. He only ever did stuff on God's permission. He was the tester and the accuser of humans. under the guidance of God and was told what he could not and could do. It's all part of that same religious stuff, really. So, I mean, do these Satanists actually do they believe in Satan and this supernatural deity?
No, this group of Satanists, what they do is they don't literally believe in a supernatural Satan or anything like that. They believe in the character, the literary Satan, as depicted in like the sort of like the Paradise Lost of John Milton and in the writings of Shelley. It's basically like a symbol for challenging authority, free thought, pragmatic skepticism, and free thought. You know, just being independent of some authority and stuff like that. And that's what's expressed in there. They tend to focus on science and rationalism, and that's what they're teaching to the kids. It's that they just use that imagery and stuff like that to make a point in the public space. That's where the satire and the fun comes in, and a lot of the stuff that what the religious right, like this individual, does not like. But the lesson, it's still in there.
Is that the usual definition of Satanism? Is it, or
that's their school of thought. That's the way they're using it.
I've come into contact with the literary Satanists. I think I call them the vain Satanists, and I came into contact with theistic Satanists, and I also apparently they like to distinguish themselves with Luciferianists. Apparently they're all three different things. Do you know anything about Luciferianism? Because I only know that it's the kind of cult worship of like the morning star or some shit.
Yeah, I mean with these guys, they're atheists. They don't believe in Satan as God or any gods or whatever. They just use it as a symbol, and they accept science and reason and stuff like that. And on Anton LaVey, they don't they say they're they're more progressive than LaVey, which I agree about. We could listen to a little bit more of this bullshit, and then we're moving on.
Except for Christians, of course, because we're actually onto them. We know what a joke and what a fraud this is and what a lie it is, and how they really are doing this to indoctrinate young elementary school, keep in mind, kids. They're not going after 15, 16-year-olds. They're going after, 7, 8, 9-year-olds, so that by the time they're 16, it's double their lifespan at that point, they'll already be fully indoctrinated with all this stuff. They'll be ready to commit sacrifice and all that because they'll be desensitized from all of it. To learn everything going on, and they'll start them simple with Harry Potter, Dungeons and Dragons, right? The gateway things, play some games, do some spells, some fictional spells. Then they'll say, "But did you know that there are real spells?" "Oh, there are. Let's perform some, right? Some levitation spells, things like that. They'll perform, get the kids to think it's the coolest thing ever. Say, "Well, don't you want more? Don't you want more magic?" "Oh, okay, kill your cat, kill an animal." I mean, that's how this works, right? You don't just grab somebody and go, "Hey, you want to join the Satanic Temple?" I don't know, maybe. Like, all right, you just got to go sacrifice an animal or a baby or something like that. Oh, okay. Obviously, they desensitize them and they indoctrinate them with their beliefs, and they show them, that magic is real and that magic works by using these gateway games that, we see, in Toys R Us and all these places, right? These magic things.
I thought I think he read it he at least read it one time, like their curriculum, but he's just projecting his own fantasy onto this, and just aside from the major paranoia that this guy is showing off, can you hear the butthurt in his voice?
Oh yeah, I mean the whole concept of sacrifice. I mean it's unbelievable considering the Book of Genesis is full of sacrifice. It's all about sacrifice. It's like animal sacrifice to the gods and the sacrifice of Isaac, or the supposed sacrifice of Isaac.
Well, the animal sacrifice, that, and yeah, there's a lot of animal sacrifices in there, and also, I mean, I guess, magic is real. Yeah, they're teaching that. They're teaching they could turn a stick into a snake or some shit.
But isn't that exactly what the Old Testament tells you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's God that does it, not Satan. That's really funny. Really, really funny. There was another bit that was on there. I've forgotten it. It's gone from the tip of my mind.
You put a link in the side chat. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh,
in the
that's a
bio.
different. Yeah, that's a different link in the side chat to something else. It's not to do with Satanism, but it is very funny.
Yeah, magic in the Bible is not called magic; it's called miracles. Apparently, there's a difference.
Okay, hang on. I want to screen share this. I want to screen share this so it can become the wicked.
Is it in Arab or something, or?
It's in Arab.
Yeah, it's got subtitles on it, and they're very easy.
Oh, is it more of that fucktard who said that SpongeBob is a part of like indoctrination of children to become gay and homosexuals?
No, but that was the exact bit that I was going to go into. That was on at the tip of my mind. This stuff about
on the Secular Talk channel.
This stuff about the Satanists taking 7- and 9-year-olds and whatever. This is a key aspect of Christianity and of religion. Give me a 7-year-old, and I will give you a man type of thing. Their whole shtick is about brainwashing children. The whole thing. All religious people's shtick is brainwashing children, and for them to use that as a complaint against others, I find unbelievably hypocritical.
Well, I would say it's a certain type of religious person who does that. It's like the fundamentalist, hardcore, fundy Christian who wants to do that, or
Yeah. Okay, guys, apply that analysis to this. Okay, 2 years goes full retard live on air. Okay.
الإلحاد بقت ظاهرة للأسف الشديد موجودة في المجتمع. هنتكلم عنها النهارده وهنقدم الفكر أمام الفكر وهنقول إيه رأي أنتوا كمشاهدين بقى تقولوا إيه رأيكم في الفكرين المتضادين. والحقيقة إن هذه الظاهرة بدأت تنتشر بقوة وموجودة في مصر للأسف الشديد وصلنا.
Okay, so we're talking about atheism in Egypt, and they have almost 900 atheists. They have approximately 866.
It's a very exact number, isn't it?
Yeah.
A really exact number. That I find that fascinating.
Yeah.
What a tragedy. Only 800.
Yeah.
والحقيقة هم موجودين بكثرة كمان على شبكات التواصل الاجتماعي.
بتحافظ على عبارة ترددت مرتين دلوقتي ومرة في المقدمة في الأول اللي هي كلمة للأسف الشديد. المذيع المفروض ما يقولش للأسف الشديد. للأسف الشديد ده.
أيوه الكلام حضرتك بتوجه الكلام ليا، حضرتك بقى وجهه لي، حضرتك مش استاذ شريف، حضرتك وجه لي الكلام أنا. أيوه طبعا للأسف الشديد لما يبقى في مجتمعنا شباب
حضرتك ثواني بس أنا أنت بتغنيش
الدين والعقيدة يبقى لازم أقول للأسف الشديد. أنا مش هطلع على الشاشة أقول للناس والله برافو عليكم إن في ناس كده. أنا آسفة حضرتك ما تعلقش.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, what a cunt.
Yeah, like.
Seriously.
Yeah, he can't object to you basically imposing a bias. That's nice. That's awesome. Oh, hold on one second. I'll be right back.
So Wyatt, you look like you got back from church or something, man.
Yeah, I did.
All prepped up.
Church of the Latter-day Satanists, is it?
No,
No?
of course not.
Of course not.
So you're a heretic. I guess you like Joel Osteen.
Joe Osteen, who's I don't know Joe Osteen.
The biggest heretic walking the face of America.
Oh, so you don't like Joel Osteen?
I don't like Joel Osteen.
Would you say that he's a false prophet?
Yep.
No one likes Joel Osteen. The dude's a total cocksucker.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who is he?
He's a gigantic televangelist who is more bent on making money than anything else, and most of the stuff he says is horseshit and for making money.
Prosperity.
Isn't that the usual shtick for a televangelist?
Well, a lot of them aren't really rich. He is though.
Yeah, he is one of them. Him and I think probably Ray Comfort. I think, at least.
Ray Comfort, I don't think is a televangelist, but I wouldn't call him a heretic. I would disagree on a few points of doctrine with him, but
You don't call him a heretic? Okay, that's.
I wouldn't call him a heretic.
Okay, now when you say about points of doctrine, I can understand that to a certain extent, but I don't understand because, like, if there is a you have 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 contradicting doctrines between, like, 10 different groups of Christians. One of them has to be wrong. One of them has to be right.
All of them are wrong.
How do you know that?
I said all of them are wrong.
Well,
so if only one can be right, however, there's a possibility that all of them are wrong, because there isn't even one that's right.
Well, then we have to assume that the Christian God does not exist.
All right, we're back. Let's focus on the video now.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Anyway.
لكن مالكش دعوه بالمسلمين بيقولوا لا حضرتك تقول فقط رايك اهلا بيك وبنرحب بيك كضيفنا على راسنا حضرتك لو سمحت حضرتك فقط تقول رايك يا فندم لو سمحت حضرتك فقط تقول رايك واحنا ضيفنا على راسنا لكن لا تعلق على كلام المذيعين.
لا انا اعمل اللي انا عايزه اقول اللي انا عايزه واعلق زي ما انا عايز.
لا احنا كمذيعين نقول اللي احنا عاوزينه وانا كمان اقول اللي انا عايزاه.
سيدة الفضيلة
مش حضرتك تقول اللي انت عايزه وانا ما اقولش اللي انا عايزاه. اتفضل قول.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's hilarious.
It gets better and better. It goes through this all the way through. They just shouting at each other and shouting over each other.
Oh, okay.
The end, the last 30 seconds or so is particularly telling, though, in what she says.
All right.
حضرتك دي مناظرة حضرتك دي مناظرة حضرتك هو اللي هيقول رأيه حضرتك هتقول رأي حضرتك هيقول رأيه وحضرتك هتقول رأيك احنا مش طرف في الحوار ولا حضرتك تعلق على كلامنا واحنا نعلق على كلامك.
انت لما قلت للاسف الشديد 3 مرات عملت نفسك طرف في الحوار. لما انت قلت 3 مرات للاسف الشديد انت حضرتك بتعملي ايه؟ انت بدل ما تكلمي الناس البسطاء وترتقي بيهم وتعلميهم تنزلي المستوى السطحي والاجتماعي والجهل والاصوليه. حضرتك
لا ده مش جهل واصوليه. لا يا فندم انا مش داعش. حضرتك ما تجينيش يعني فكر داعشي. حضرتك عملت تقييمها من ساعه ما دخلت. حضرتك انت لا يا فندم حضرتك لما تتكلم كده هو ده الاسلوب الداعشي ان انت تفرض عليا رايك.
في دواعش
لا ما في دواعش فيها برضه بس يعني الالحاد والعدم.
Wait. What was that last bit? What was that last bit?
No, rewind.
They're each accusing. Yeah, they're each accusing each other of following ISIS.
Hold on. There are ISIS members who wear the mask of atheism, unbelief, and denial of everything. What?
Wow.
Well, this is the doctrine. This is the doctrine of the Orthodox against the Khawarij. So they accuse anybody who is trying to implement certain ways of interpretation, a bit like Wyatt did earlier with his Joel Osteen or something.
Well,
which links in with sort of no true Scotsman fallacy stuff.
Well, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Well, okay. Well, listen, we'll get into that, but after we deal with this, because this is too lousy.
Yeah.
عدم الايمان والكفر بكل شيء في المجتمع. ده منهج داعشي برضه.
يا جماعه انا؟
طبعا ده منهج داعشي برضه. طبعا بس بشكل اخر.
يعني ده يعني
شكل تطرف برضه. ده تطرف حضرتك.
السويد بقت داعش. السويد كلهم ملحدين ودوله الحاديه بقت داعش. ما بدأناش لسه مؤمن بكل الحاجات. انا مش مؤمن بالكلام ده. دي خرافات بالنسبه لي. ده خرافه.
حضرتك شايف ان ده خرافه؟
طبعا ما انا بتكلم اهو. فانا غير مؤمن يعني غير مؤمن بكل الحاجات دي. لما تسأل لماذا أنت مؤمن أعرف أجاوبك لماذا أنا مؤمن بكذا وكذا، لكن لماذا أنت غير مؤمن شاملة كل الحاجات دي، وجابتها إجابة عامة. إيه هي؟ إن كل الأديان وكل الأطروحات اللي هي بتقول في إله للكون بكافة أشكالها واختلافاتها عبارة عن أطروحات بلا دليل أو بدقة شديدة جدا فرضيات علميه لم يقدم لها ادله.
طب انت
ولا دليل واحد.
انت ايه دليلك؟
مفيش حاجه اسمها دليل على عدم الايمان. يعني عدم الايمان
دليلك على عدم وجود ربنا.
ما ينفعش تقول لي دليلك على عدم حاجه. يعني ايه دليلك على عدم وجود سوبرمان؟ فاذا كان انت اصلا ما ينفعش وجوده اصلا تاريخيا بشكل مطلق وبادله علميه، فازاي تبني على ده ايمان مطلق؟
Damn, he denies belief in Muhammad.
He's setting himself up to be assassinated, I think, particularly in Egypt. I mean, it's a very dangerous thing that he's actually doing, I perceive.
I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because it's supposed to be like a secular strongman, a dictatorship, to where it's secular, but they also have elements of fundamentalism. I don't know like what's the current like political zeitgeist out there, but I hope. I mean, I don't know how recent this is either, but I hope it's of such that he can exist out there. I mean, that might be that might be nice.
Yeah, if there are blasphemy laws, his ass is grass, or if they will just like allow like a mob of people to beat the shit out of him and won't do anything.
See, I don't know exactly where Memory TV is from. I've got a feeling it may be Iranian. And as such, he may be an Egyptian in Iran and might have more freedoms to be able to say it. But I'm not sure. I'm not. It made it sound like this was in Egypt, but it didn't make that very clear.
I mean, yeah, but he made a point about Egyptian atheists, so I think they're probably in Egypt. But let's just finish the video.
Yeah.
لا مؤمن كتب التاريخ وصحة كل نص تاريخي، كل نص تاريخي ورد صحته صحة وصوله لنا.
حضرتك هو بيقول لحضرتك ان محمد غير موجود وان القرآن بالتالي غير موجود.
لسه ما كملتش كلامي.
لا حضرتك
I'm not involved in the debate, but I am going to have you answer his questions before you finish your statement. That's nice.
I know, right?
Yeah,
and just like the insane troll logic that's going on there, it's like, you say Muhammad doesn't exist, therefore the Quran doesn't exist. I'm like, what the fuck?
احنا اللي بنوقف
وانا مسؤول عن الكلام.
في تايمنج
انا مسؤول عن وجودي هنا.
واحنا مسؤولين عن الحلقه. معلش احنا بنحاسب، احنا اللي بنحاسب من المجتمع مش حضرتك. حضرتك اللي مش عايزنا. لا حضرتك لو سمحت، لو تسمح يا فندم، حضرتك في جزئيه.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, listen to this. Okay, I remember when T.J. Kirk was on CNN. That woman, like, she seems like so nice and more professional than this bitch who's just badgering like this guy on to like answer the questions like before he even finishes the statements.
Well, the interesting bit is the other guy that he's actually meant to be debating, who is just sat there. Now he's got his hands on his knees. Previously, just sat back with his arms folded. He hasn't had the chance to say one word, and he was the one that was supposed to be debating.
I mean, he got some questions out, but he didn't. Like, this isn't real. Like, she's just like arguing just with this guy. It's like, what the fuck?
Is this like the Turkish version of Fox News or something?
I think. Yeah. This is the Egyptian version of Fox News.
It's the factor.
Yeah.
And this is Memory TV. It's one of the big ones over there.
What you were saying, Heretic?
It's Memory TV. It's one of the massive state-sponsored, as far as I'm aware, broadcasting corporations over in Islamic countries. But as I said, I don't know exactly where it's from.
All right.
لا ما هو انا لازم يرد، واحنا من حقنا ندير الحلقه زي ما احنا عايزين وزي ما احنا شايفين. لما حضرتك تقول نقطه هو لازم يرد عليها. لا حضرتك اصلك عملت اتعلمنا من بعد ما دخلت. اتفضل مع السلامه، يلا اتفضل مع السلامه. احنا اصلا مش عايزين لا ملحدين ولا كفره اساسا. اتفضل، ما احنا بنقدم فكره عشان تتعظ منه. ايوه تتعظ من الكفر والالحاد وهذه الظواهر المشينه في المجتمع. هذه الافكار المشينه في المجتمع. حضرتك مش عايز حد يكلمك ولا حد يدير الحل.
I told you the end was good. Heresy.
Oh yeah. You can download the app
Infidel.
for your iPad or iPhone.
I wonder if afterwards, like, she jumped out there and said she was going to beat the shit out of him. I imagine that happening. This is another good one. Like, I don't know if anyone's seen, like, the secular era, like, basically destroy the sheep. It's also was on memory.
Yeah, fuck Sharia law. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah. Well, I would say a certain type of Sharia law because there are moderate Muslims who do not like agree with the sort of superimposed aspects of it that are authoritarian.
Yeah, I just think theocracies are bad in general. I mean, just looking at them historically, they just never work. They always tend to violate human rights. They're sort of backward when it comes to learning more things about the world, scientifically speaking. So, yeah. Hail secular America. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Okay, what do we have here? Okay, I guess we can work with this video. Wretched.
Hey Wolf, I'm only here for another 5 minutes. I've got a webinar I have to go on at 8 o'clock, so I'll just drop out when I'm ready.
All right.
Oh, what's happening? I just have to ask why. Why is always so well dressed?
Oh, it's this guy.
Church. I got back from church a little while back.
Okay, that actually, yeah, that explains a lot. Never mind then. Thank you.
Why do we have to endure friggin' Bill Nye's evil twin?
My name is Todd the wretch that the song refers to. And now, for a much better, more authentic Irish accent, Philip de Courcy.
What the fuck am I watching?
Begins and ends with the issue of authority. In the book of Genesis, we see
Yeah, that was so, like, anyone felt the fakeness of that intro?
Yeah, that was just so cringeworthy.
Completely. I mean, that was a guy who had absolutely no charisma whatsoever, putting it on, completely putting it on and just shouting.
I just saw Bill Nye come up and try to act like a
No, it's
time
evil
character.
Bill Nye. It's evil Black Bill Nye, who just came out.
Wait, I have an important question. Why is his hair slicked back? He has really greasy hair for some reason.
I don't know.
That's really fucking weird. Why would you slick your hair back to your scalp line? What the fuck?
I just couldn't stop laughing after the Bill Nye's evil twin comment.
All right, more of this guy.
and questioning God's authority. Has God said? When we get to the book of the Revelation, we see a figure the Bible describes full authority over life. When we get to the book of the Revelation, we see a figure the Bible describes as the Antichrist, and he's going to declare himself to be God. Whatever end you look at in the Bible, the issue being addressed is the issue of authority. Will man acknowledge God's rightful authority over life? Will man submit to the lordship of God in life?
No.
Oh my god, when was Matt Bell on TV?
Yeah, and
no.
And more importantly, we'll fuck seeing this on TV. Fuck that. But yeah, more to the point, like that Antichrist thing. I mean, when is that going to happen? I mean, people have been waiting like thousands of years for that shit to happen. Like ever since the advent of the religion, they've been waiting for like that big showdown to occur, and it's never happened. So like what? Can someone tell me like when that's going to go down?
Yeah, I couldn't tell
what
you.
do you mean by Antichrist? There's a bunch of Antichrist described in the Bible alone, and it's talking in different contexts. such as 1 John 2:22.
All right, let me get my Bible. 1 minute.
Who is a liar?
I mean, the way he's talking about like an authority and shit like that, and if it's gonna take place like someplace on Earth, absent of it coming about. I mean, it really just holds it as a sort of like a myth, just a story.
Wait, what was that passage that Wyatt quoted?
1 John 2:22.
2:22.
Yes, 2:22.
Alright, let's have a look here.
Yeah, you find that. I'm gonna keep playing this video.
After he was raised from the dead, his disciples recalled what he had said.
Oh, I think it's 1 John 2:22. Let me get my Bible.
1 John. There's only one John.
1 John. No, 1 John.
Okay. You guys deal with that shit. I'm playing more of this bullshit clip.
No, there's only one book of John. It's not like Timothy. It's not 1 Timothy and 2. It's not 1 John and 2 John or anything. It's just John.
1 John, 2 John, and 3 John near the end of the New Testament.
I don't think we're reading from the same Bible.
There's 66 books in the Protestant canon.
Looks.
And he's famous for this statement: "It ain't nothing till I call it." The players can bellyache, the fans can shout, but it's the umpire that will make the decision. And if I can put it like this, the Bible is clear. God is the commander-in-chief. God is the father figure. God is the lawgiver. God is the umpire. It ain't nothing till he makes the call. And you must submit to that call. You must submit to his authority, because history will finish at the feet of Jesus, where every knee will bow and every tongue confess that he is Lord.
The concept of authority raises two very important questions. Question number one, how long will I persist with this really horrible accent? And question number two.
Yeah, when will you kill yourself? I mean that, like, seriously, just I can feel the depression in your eyes and in your fucking mind, dude. Literally, just go in the way of David Carradine. Just autoerotic asphyxiate yourself and just let it loose. Like you deserve like one moment of pleasure and like a bit of torture, because you are fucking cancer. Rant over.
Yeah, I owe you an apology, Wyatt. You are correct. There are 4 books of John. My apologies.
You're welcome. 4 books of John.
And now Bill Nye's evil twin brother is back.
It looks like what would happen if you put like a Bill Nye character into L.A. Noire.
No.
To authority. You know, one of the big lies that's floating around in the world is that you're your own master. I mean, that's Invictus, right?
John MacArthur.
So, no.
John MacArthur.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks drowsy in this.
He looks like he's a zombie. He's kind of like how he reminds me of how Pat Robertson looks like he's like he's slowly deteriorating, but then after like he's done the show,
he'll become this. He'll become Robertson, a new Robertson.
Oh my god,
You're not. You're a product of genetics. You're the victim of mom and dad, and before them 2 sets of grandparents, and before them whatever. You can go on Ancestry.com and find out. You're just the latest edition of a genetic flow. You're not your master of your own fate. You didn't invent yourself. You didn't create yourself. You didn't decide what your mind would be like. You didn't decide what your body would look like. And I know a lot of you are bothered by that, so you're marching off in every direction, trying to do whatever.
Not really. I mean, I mean, a lot of the, I mean, I'll tell a guy who's well made.
Who the fuck is smoking weed? It's doing something.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I would have to agree with him. Like we don't create ourselves, and we are the products of our Apostle, stand up for yourself, please. Okay, thanks. All right, yeah, we are the products of our environment, of our genetics and stuff like that. We are the product of a genetic flow, and I accept all of that. And in fact, you could be aware of this, you could learn this through science and stuff like that, and use that to make better decisions for the sake of your life. I'm a compatibilist on that level. So yeah, all that's correct.
You can to whack away and chisel at it to make it what you think it should be. You're not the master of your own creation. You just showed up. You're not only not the master of your beginning, you're not the master of your end either, because you're not in control of your death. You're not in control of your health. You say, well, I work out a lot. Really? That has nothing to do with your health. That might help your muscles a little bit, but you're not in control of your life. Even more importantly, you're not in control of what happens to you when you die. I mean, let's be real clear. You're not in control of...
I mean, sure, you're not, like, you can't order the laws of physics to act the way you want it to, but yeah, that's how you're determined. Okay, you can still be aware of it. You can still have some understanding of it through your experiences and rationality and stuff like that. To make good decisions about where your life's going, you can still do that. But yeah, like, no one disagrees that we're not bound to this world by the laws of physics and chemistry and shit like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not entirely right.
Really failing to see your point here.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of wrong about the not being in control of your death thing. If you commit suicide, you are in control of your death. You now have determined the manner and time at which you will die.
Yeah.
It's admittedly a hollow victory because you'll be dead, but still.
Yeah. Context and stuff.
On what happens after that. It is this huge lie that we control our own lives.
Perhaps you're thinking, well, that's kind of bleak. As they say in Ireland, au contraire, mate, something.
I'm done.
Yeah, just get this fucker off.
See, here's the stupid thing, right? Here's the stupid thing. You could almost listen to the arguments that his buddies make, right? And you could come up with like some type of argument or thought to engage with or like comment on that with, right? You could do that. But every time it goes back to this cringy fuck, it's like it undoes everything. Like the Wretched video would be good if like he just had his friends talking and just leave this fucker out, because he's just he's just gross looking. His in terms of his mannerisms, he is just he's terrible. Like it's too fake, and it's like he's trying to act but he can't. The dude would be better if he just fucked off. I'm sorry.
He's a friggin' evil copy of Bill Nye. Oh my god.
He looks like one of those microwavable green beans that you burn.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna switch gears here. Okay. All right. No. Fuck all that. Okay, what other thing we got? Okay. All right, we got. Okay, Jacob wrestled with God, and you will also until you let go. By the Doctor of Common Sense.
Wait, that name rings a bell. Didn't we watch one of the videos a while ago?
I think so. He is something of a regular.
Hello and welcome to Common Sense.
Yes, I remember him.
doctrine of common sense. This is our Saturday spiritual message that we like to do. In 2 weeks, we've already started the particular station. We'll have links to that. We'll start putting all our biblical messages on that station, and we will not be doing these on Saturdays on this station anymore. We'll leave this to politics. And that particular station will be focused on nothing but spiritual and godly messages on that particular station. The name of that station is Common Sense for God. We've already started only one video on there now, but we'll start placing all of these messages on there. We'll get the previous messages and put them on that station also. So you can start subscribing to that station. We'll make a link to that. Now, we always like to pray before we get started with our message. And so let's pray. God,
You're probably looking at additional.
Okay. So I'm gonna give an alternative to that.
Plus 130.
All right. So everyone bow your heads. Hang on. Everyone know who this person is?
Who, Jessica? She seemed kind of familiar. I'm not sure though.
All right, I didn't remove her. I was just trying to verify, but whatever. Anyway, let's pray. I'm going to give an invocation. Dear Satan, let us embrace the rationalism of the world around us through laws of physics, and also let us engage for a search for solutions with agnosticism in all things, judging by that which is demonstrably true, and let us be free of doctrines which hold steadfast to faith and irrationality and adherence to ancient dogma. It is done, El Satan.
And may we always be blessed with bacon.
Awesome.
What do you mean by faith? Doctrines that hold by faith? What do you mean by faith?
I mean by ignoring the sort of faith that it takes to believe things that are beyond our experience or rationality.
Beyond our experience or rationality. So belief in things that are beyond rationality, or
yeah, like religious faith.
Senses.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So do you have confidence, or do you have confidence that if you turn a light switch on, it will turn off, the future? But
what you mean, like the uniformity of nature?
Yeah. How do you know that the nature is uniform? David Hume had a problem with that.
Yeah, he did, and the thing is, he recognized he needed that as a practical understanding of how the universe worked. So he assumed a pragmatic skepticism.
Pragmatic skepticism.
And the way I use that, I just use that as that's just a part of my epistemology, just to be complete and consistent, and I apply it just for the sake of successful investigation of the universe. But that being said, we're moving on. You could ask me a couple of questions later after the video, or in between, whatever.
Ask you to forgive us of our sins and our shortcomings, and over to Jacob. Now, though he had not seen Esau, as Esau sold his birthrights over to Jacob. Now, let's not forget, everybody wants to make a big deal of what Jacob names mean. They think it means supplanter, may have. They think it means trickster. It may mean the grabber of the heel. But the name Jacob cannot be that bad in and of itself, because if you're going to argue that Jacob's name is bad, because in the passage you're going to see his name was changed from Jacob to Israel, even though some still refer to him as Jacob. The name Jacob cannot be bad in and of itself, because whenever you make a reference to the other prophets and the teachers of the word, they say he's the God of the Father. He's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So if Jacob was that bad, why wouldn't he take it out and replace that with Israel? I think Israel is a more of a spiritual name that was given to Jacob, the struggler, showing God's presence and showing his struggling with God from the spiritual aspect. Not trying to knock either name, and you can take it as you want to.
Well, I just thought that guy was talking shit about him, and he just had to, you know, settle it with God, you know. Hey Yahweh, you been talking shit about me, bro? You been talking shit about me? Let's go. You know?
But the name Jacob in and of itself cannot be bad because he's the God of
Okay, no one cares. Moving on.
this day, thy birthright. Esau said, behold, I am at the point of death. What should it profit me of birthright? This sometimes when you make your problem worse than what it really is, you're willing to sell out for something that does not have eternal value. Esau was willing to sell his birthright. Now, in the
Okay, no one gives a fuck about this allegorical bullshit or your analyzation of it. Just get to the point. Like, for fuck's sake. Anyone else agree with that? Albatross.
I don't even know what he's trying to explain. Jacob wrestled with God, and you will also until you let go. Let go of what? I don't.
Yeah.
If you remember that, it says that Rebecca loved Jacob more. Isaac loved Esau more. Esau was the hunter. But notice inside the womb, God says to Rebecca that there's two nations inside of you. The older will serve the younger. It was a predestined, so to speak. So when Esau just
Okay, you know, fuck. I'm officially bored. Fuck this. Well, one time he's not saying something interesting. That's usually I expect him to go crazy with this, but whatever the fuck. Okay, got room for one more. Okay, so we have Pastor James David Manning ranting about you ought to slap a sodomite. This ought to be more interesting.
Now, while we were away, both you.
Oh, this guy's a character. Oh.
And sodomites are wonderful people. Little Hamite or black children, 4 and 5 and 6 years old, need to be told, this is what sodomites think about you. Do you want to be one? But one thing that I guarantee you, these white or Japheth faggots love black men and their black penises. And that's why they moved up into Harlem looking for black meat.
Many of these homos moving into Harlem looking for some black meat. 1 Kings 14.4, 15, 12, 22, 46. Oh my god. Do they ever like get curious about like why he's so adamant on talking about this shit?
Dude, all this guy talks about is like black meat, white dick, and flaming assholes. I mean,
and semen and coffee and gay demons and men like coming in other men. Oh, if that man comes in your ass, man, he crazy. You gonna be possessed by a gay demon. Yeah, because you know that's what happens when you breed another dude's butthole. They become possessed.
God, this guy's.
And he called a bunch of he called a crowd of people dung eaters and Ben Carson a butt licker and all this stuff, and it's like, dude. Like you are obsessed. He made a prophecy about President Obama tongue kissing Joel Osteen. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Barack ran his tongue down Joel Osteen's throat and Joel Osteen ran his tongue down Barack's throat. Yeah, they'd be doing it. They wives be doing it too to show that Jesus is love. Like he's so gay. Like you know it was they were fucking him in prison.
So, and I guess they like the black lips too, because the black lips can cover most space in much shorter time if you're going the other route. So, you know, black.
Did you hear that? Please tell me y'all fucking heard that, please.
I heard he likes black lips and like more space for sliding or some shit.
Yeah. Okay. I'll repeat it again.
Can cover more space and much black lips too, because me. So, and I guess they like the black lips too, because the black lips can cover more space in much shorter time if you're going on. You know, black people have been sexual objects of weird, wicked, perverse, Jesus people for years. So now, when you start throwing stuff like this at me and talking about the children with their large lips and their large penises, I'm going to fight back. And every Hamite worldwide ought to slap a faggot. Every Hamite, and they come arrest me for it too. Come on and arrest me. Yeah, I said it. Every Hamite worldwide ought to slap the first faggot you see. Both a Hamite and Japheth faggot. For talking about our children like this, for talking about our church and saying that you're going to burn Bibles and you're going to burn the Bible and fly the fag flag.
Oh yeah, come arrest me. Yeah, I want to go back to jail so I can be around them flaming buttholes. Yeah, and that's yeah. Let me get some of that black meat. Yeah. Like this guy, like he is so fucking gay. Like, like just look at him. This is a good screenshot. You ought to slap a sodomite, child. Yeah, they do all this nasty stuff. Yes, talking about all black people, talking about they black children's penises and big lips. Yeah, you ought to slap one of these white faggots running around here.
How many subs?
Like buttholes.
How many subs does the channel have?
Let's see. 63,595.
Oh, there's like, I'd say a decent number that actually agrees with what he says, and that concerns me.
Huh?
There's a decent number of those subscribers that actually believe what he says, and that concerns me.
I mean, some of them just do it for the lulz.
Yeah.
Because he will rant about
this. I unsubscribed to him for the lulz.
Yeah.
The flag, the rainbow flag. You're going to fly that. Every Hamite ought to slap a fag. The first one you do, or lesbo, slap him. Now come arrest me. Come on! Come on and arrest me!
Yeah, arrest me! I want to go back. I want to go back to jail. I want to be surrounded by all them men's. Yeah, come on, arrest me. Come on. I want to get molested up in that prison. Yeah, I want to be tempted like I was tempted 3 years ago. Like he was actually in jail. He was actually in jail for 3.5 years before he started talking about like the semen in the coffee and stuff like that. And he was asked by Cenk Huger about like, do you think semen is delicious and think you're having a good time when you're drinking it? And like, oh well, a lot of people think that semen tastes delicious, and a lot of people think that in Starbucks got the idea. Yeah, let's put it in there and flavor up our coffee. Like what do you guys think? Is he closeted as fuck?
I think he's like a next level closet. There's like the Christians are like, you know, have like some gay tendencies, but this guy wants to be like tied up by like a big tall Scandinavian guy with like long blonde hair and like ice blue eyes, like a 12-inch cock, and like beating the shit with like a nine-tailed spiked whip, and like have his nipples burn off and like put in his mouth.
I think he also might be into cross-dressing and sissification or forced feminism.
Dude, if I see this man in a dress and a wig, I might start running.
No, well, that's why he wants to go to jail, right?
Standing up, slap the first faggot you see. For saying the burning Bibles and flying the rainbow flag over the outlaw Warminster Church.
Oh, dude, fuck off. You ordered the death of gay people and stuff like that. Them trolling you, like, there's no evidence that this came from the Ali 40 Center. For all we know, he could have just made this up. But even if it's true, dude, you requested them to be either killed off in Harlem or like removed from the Harlem area. So yeah, you can't really talk a bunch of shit about you being a victim and you saying all this stuff to begin with.
And little black children got big lips, and black men have big penises. Slap the first fag you see. Yeah, that's what I say. Now, don't come arrest me. See how hard this is?
Yeah. You know, what's interesting, Pastor, as I'm listening to is I'm thinking about all of the Hamites who are sodomites. And I'm thinking to myself, do they even know that their counterparts feel this way about them? You know, in
yeah, they do. You know, I think they do, Sam.
Did it just come from like dear Outlaw Church, you suck, love the sodomites? Like, who the fuck specifically like sent this to where they were making this generalization? Like, how do you know these are just people that aren't trolling you like they would do online? Like, this is just like next level G-Man shit. Oh, they trolled me. They said, kill myself. See, this is your morality. I'm all like, dude, are you serious? You're a lulz cow. This is like psychology 101. If you act retarded, people are gonna treat you like a retard. They're gonna think you're dumb enough to fall for it. And congratulations, you did. You butthurt fuck. They wanted you to talk about this shit because they know you talk about it. This is like the same thing I did with Tommy Hall, bitch ass, talking about like, oh, stick the lawnmower and gay sex. Next thing you know, he's talking about taking it up the ass at me. I'm all like, what? It's not hard to troll an idiot. You make it easy. God, you stupid. You a dumb son, bitch. I'm amazed your dumb ass even kept that church to begin with. The only reason is because he claimed that tax exempt status. If he's making money off of this, he's fucked.
You know, I think that, you know, I'll let you complete your thought.
Yeah.
But I just want to say, yeah, I think most of these black men know that because they are endowed downstairs, you know, that the white faggots like that. And that they promote that. It's like, you know, they got to use what they got to get what they want.
What bothers you?
What? They gotta use what they want to get. They gotta what they want to get what they go. Anyone else understand that last bit?
I don't. I can't even.
Hey, Christopher, you got a flaming butthole?
No, but I can have it gaped.
Oh, boy.
So knowing this dude, he would want to have his asshole gaped. Totally. Just destroyed.
There's a phenomenon, because we talked about the hikikomori, which is a small part of the population, but it's substantial. 1 million dudes. 1 million losers. 1 million video game dweebs eating chips off their chests in the basement playing pornographic Nintendo games.
What?
Okay? But a much larger percentage of the population is what's known as an herbivore man. This is a phenomenon in Japan known as the herbivore man. Now, this has nothing to do with them not eating meat. These people are eating meat. They're eating fish. They're eating sushi. But the herbivore man, or the Soshoku Kei Danshi, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, is a term used in Japan to describe men who have no interest in getting married or finding a girlfriend. The term was coined by author Maki Fukasawa in an article published on the 13th of October 2006. Listen to this. Surveys of single Japanese men conducted in 2010 found that 61% of men in their 20s and 70% of men in their 30s consider themselves to be herbivores. Now listen to that. Look, okay, there's 1 million dudes locked in the basement getting a tray of food outside the door. Okay, that's a lot. But surely the majority of the young men in Japan, no. 61%. More than half in their 20s. Who's in their 20s? You're a dude, a single dude in your 20s. Put your hand out if you're married. You're a single dude in your 20s. Put up your hand. Okay, guys, are you listening? 61% of these dudes in Japan would have said, I'm an herbivore man. I have zero interest in a wife or a girlfriend. Who's in their 30s that you're single? 30s. 30, yeah. 70% would say, oh, I'm an herbivore man. What does it mean to be an herbivore man? It doesn't just mean that you're not...
Why are they so mad about this? He doesn't live in Japan. I don't even get it.
I watched the whole prayer sermon, and it gets... I think he, like, actually jumps up on the podium and hits his head and starts getting all, like, fussy about it because he thinks, like, Japan is some kind of lost heathenistic land or some weird shit. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe a little bit more of it, and then I'll have to go.
Interested in getting married or finding a girlfriend. It also means that you eschew all things manly.
Wait, what's this now?
Japan's government views...
Like, you lose everything manly because you're lazy and fucking in the basement, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
...the phenomenon as one possible cause of the nation's declining birth rate. Do you think so? When 61% of dudes or 70% of dudes have zero interest in having a physical relationship, in having any kind of a normal procreative relationship, and then you wonder why babies aren't being born? Why? Because of porn? Because of video games? Because of a weird, godless culture? According to Fukasawa, herbivore men are not without romantic relationships, but have a non-assertive, indifferent attitude toward desires of the flesh, meaning they might hit up soapland from time to time.
Wait. Is that what you want, though? I mean, okay, they're engaged in relationships, but they don't want to fuck yet. I mean, that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that what you want? Yeah, whatever.
Oh, the thing is, they're not marrying is the thing. And that's what Christians want. They want them to marry and then fuck.
Yeah, I mean, if they do that on their own, I mean, it's their life, it's their culture. I mean, you're not gonna, it's not like you're gonna get off your ass and move there, so why do you give a fuck? I mean, yeah. I like Japanese culture for the anime and the food and all that other stuff, but yeah, other than that, who cares? Yeah, whatever.
Morioka defines herbivores as kind and gentle men without being bound by manliness. Do not pursue romantic relationships voraciously and have no aptitude for being hurt or hurting others. These guys aren't even taking a karate class.
Wow.
Well, okay.
That's is that a little racist?
No, you can't be racist towards Asians because I don't know, power dynamics, whatever.
Yeah, you see they out there.
Well, he is a white guy, and he's he's assuming that they must take karate if they want to be tough.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not racist because Asian people earn more money than white people in the U.S., so it can't be racist because power structure.
Never mind. Hoisted by my own petard, you got me.
We call them in America Metro dudes. Isn't that what we call them? Right?
Metro dudes, man. Metro dudes.
Oh, please. Doesn't this guy look like a Metro dude?
Yeah, he even sounds like one. He sounds like he wants it in the butt so bad. Like he sounds like he has a butt plug up his ass, a fucking 5-inch.
Yeah, he's got to stick up his ass. He's got to stick up his ass.
Yeah, it's just.
This has been good, but I think I'm gonna stop it right now. It's been fun, but yeah, like final thoughts on this guy.
He's a faggot and sounds like one.
Yeah, I agree. Like Molly Yiannopoulos, called. He said I thought I was a dick sucking faggot.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, there was something that came to my mind just now. I'm trying to think what it was. God damn it, cat! Stop trying to eat my sandwich. No. Yeah, never mind. I can't think of it.
All right. Thanks, everyone. This has been Beyond Two Take Live number 10. I'd like to thank everyone for being involved, and cheers. Later. And goodbye.